Hello, everybody. Welcome to Townsend 99, or welcome back if you're a lovely viewer. Today I'm gonna end off my videos for today with my number 96 album for my top 100 albums list. The Basement Tapes by Bob Dylan, or Bob Dylan and the Band. Good stuff. Uh, excuse my dad's dog barking. He's annoying. Pretty sorry for the awful time recording this, but it is what it is. Probably sees one of my six cats uh, running around, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be well. I'm gonna be starting my Bob Dylan series soon with Scott from SoundLab Studios. So I'm not gonna be going again, just like the last video. I'm not gonna be going too in depth on this album because I will be reviewing this album. So if you want to hear my more in-depth thoughts on this album, definitely check that out when it does come up. But yeah, number 96, The Basement Tapes from 1975. This isn't the best album that he recorded in 1975. Just you wait, there's gonna be one album that I really like. But really good stuff. Bob Dylan was working with the band at the time. He kind of did it with his previous album, which isn't as good. But this, it's a really good album. Like good stuff recorded, a lot of stuff that other bands recorded, like songs that he wrote. Like there's a couple of songs that he wrote for other artists, but like he didn't sing or for himself until this album. Those two songs being "You Ain't Going Nowhere," which Birds did for us. We heard the Rodeo album, and "This Wheel's on Fire," which is the first song I ever heard from this album. It was just funny enough because it's the last song on the album. That's one of my favorites from the album. Again, just go through a brief summary of just say my favorite tracks from the album. Odds and Ends, really good. $1 Million Bash is really good. Going to Acapulco is really good. Katie's Been Gone, I like. Bessie Smith, Apple Sucking Tree, Too Much or Nothing, Ain't No More Kane, uh, You Ain't Going Nowhere. Love that. I love his version of that one. Even Nothing Was Delivered. That was also a song that the Birds sung on Sweetheart of the Rodeo. And of course, this Wheel on Fire. Again, I'm very sorry for my stupid dog barking. I'm a real stupid dog, but here's what it is. But yeah, I can't stand this dog. Hate it. Uh, Never liked dogs for this reason. But yeah, really good album. Good stuff. Always enjoy this album. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. Hey, I caught one. Yeah, I'm not. I want to say a lot more about the sound, but I don't want to spoil too much. This you know what, this could be more or less a hangout stream if you want to join Scott. I'll send in the link if you want to join Scott. Yeah, I don't. I have a lot to say about the sound, but I don't want to spoil it on this video because I want I want to review this with someone, and I don't want to spoil my thoughts on this because this is a really good album. Number 96 on my top 100 albums. Um, but yeah, I don't really cool album cover. I always enjoy this album cover. Really cool. If I'm gonna buy the album, it's gonna be well. I like the album a lot, but it's probably if I buy this album, it'll probably be because of the album cover. Really cool album cover. If you ask me, I always thought it was cool. Just them sort of like a skiffle band. Have you seen the reflection that played Mario earlier? but uh, but yeah, yeah. Again, I'm whoever. Well, I know you're watching Scott, but anyone else who's going to be watching the replay, I'm sorry. Don't have a whole lot to say about it, but it is what it is, you know. But yeah. Well, since I'm on here, I'm gonna say been listening to a lot of Rolling Stones lately. I joined, but I'm in my pajamas. Oh, fair enough. I'm gonna close off stream then. Thank you guys for watching this video. Put a shirt on and join. Give me 5 minutes. Oh, okay. I'll give you 5. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna keep busy then. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching this part of the video. The rest of it's just gonna be me and Scott talking about music. So if you guys don't want to watch that, just close out the video because it's gonna get boring real quick. This album's really good. I like this album. Bee Gees first. The album I just talked about 2 videos ago. Last time around. That was pretty fun to talk about. Close to the Edge. Yeah. Yes. Hey, Scott.
Hey, how's it going?
You were mute for a second.
Oh. Okay, can you hear now?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Like I said, this is the talking part of the video. My review of Basement Tapes is pretty much over. My brief review, because I have a whole lot to say about this album when I do review it with whoever. But yeah, looking forward to that Bob Dylan review.
I got these John Lennon glasses for Christmas.
Oh man.
They're not prescription or anything. I don't know. I thought glasses would be a good look. So
this one person complimented on your hair last video.
Which video?
Hold on, let me pull it up. It was the general Hangout stream. The one that we did just recently. YouTube. Well, not too recently because I took a week off of YouTube.
Carry on. Yeah, I introduced my roommate to Deja Vu this evening.
As you should. What did he think?
He really liked it. His favorite song was "Almost Cut My Hair."
I love that song. It's one of my favorites.
Almost cut my hair.
Just the other day. Yeah, it was this video, the one that me, you, and Jason did because Briar wasn't able to do a video.
Oh shoot! I think I'm wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, Scott/Garrett's hair is very cool in this one. May have to style mine like that at some point. Yeah,
oh, nice.
Cool. Yeah, I had a Rangers jersey that day. Now I have a New York Jets jersey today. Yeah. Next year's gonna be the year of the Jets. Let's go.
So this is the first video I'm appearing in 2024. So I was working late on New Year's Eve, and so I had to just drive home while it turned midnight. But I got the Zombies Odyssey and Oracle on CD, and so at 11:59 and just a few seconds, I started This Will Be Our Year. So I started my year with This Will Be Our Year, and I think it switched to the key change right when it hit 12.
Oh, wow.
Which is really cool. So I rang in the new year with This Will Be Our Year.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed. The first song that opened. Well, not embarrassed. The first song that I heard this year was "Spirit of Radio."
Don't be embarrassed by that. I listened to Permanent Waves today, by the way.
Yes.
I need to. I did it on one of my cassette tapes that I taped. Or I need to redo that one because it was the very first. Like it was when I first got my cassette player that with my sound system, like the deck. I'm like the first thing I want to record is a double-sided tape that's got moving pictures on one side and permanent waves on the other side. And because it was the first one I did, I didn't know how to record it, and the levels are way too loud and it's distorted.
Oh man.
So I still listen to it, but I put on it's like I'm like, oh man, I should have turned this down when I recorded it.
I'm gonna guess that your 3 favorite Rush albums is Signals at number 3, Permanent Waves at number 2, and Moving Pictures at number 1.
That's a pretty good guess. I think you're actually right, but Signals might be moving up to possibly even number 2.
Wow.
I just recently listened to it again, and Losing It is, dare I say, Rush's most underrated song.
I agree. That song and Chemistry, those two
Whenever
songs.
I heard Losing It, I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot about this song. This is amazing. Neil Peart's lyrics on this are amazing. I love how it switches between like 5 and 4, and it's really good.
The synthesizers on the song is also top.
Oh yeah, do 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 do.
You know what? Another song that's underrated on the album, it's Chemistry. I've always loved that song.
That one's good too.
I don't know why that song has always been one of my favorites. Even when I first heard the album, I've always
Electricity.
That's the seems to be like chemistry. Like such a good song.
And I like New World Man as well.
Oh, that's a catchy song. That one song got banned from North Korea or whatever.
Oh yeah, the weapon because of its Cold War themes.
You know what they should have did?
The song is literally about holding fear over people and using it as a weapon against them, and that's pretty much North Korea in a nutshell. So it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm still calling it the Fear trilogy. I don't count the last one as being part of that.
No, I still call it the Fear trilogy too. It's like Freeze is like the DLC for the Fear trilogy.
I know. The unwanted DLC. The one that you bought because you were just curious.
I bought that CD because I don't know. I kind of liked it the first time I listened to it. I put it in the player and it's like, it's cool that I have this, but like I'm not going to listen to it very much. If I'm going to listen to a Rush album, it's going to be something from the early 80s or the late 70s. Mm-hmm. Or even the mid 80s albums are really good too.
Well, the mid 70s are also good because it has Caress of Steel.
Oh yeah, Caress of Steel. And even Fly By Night. I need to get that one. I like
Fly By Night's a solid album. That's a solid album.
My roommate got something called like the Rush Archives, which it's just a compilation of their first 3 albums, which is pretty cool.
The third album's so underrated. I see so many people put that low on the list, and I'm like, really? I get
it's really good.
I know. When you said you were first hearing it, I'm like, oh no, he's probably gonna be one of those people who hates it. I'm gonna be the one.
Oh no, it was my favorite of their first 3 albums.
Oh yeah. So I thought I was gonna have to defend the album because.
And what is it about? What is it about? I Think I'm Going Bald that's so good.
Because it's just catchy and it's just I don't know.
It just starts up and it's like, oh, this song just goes hard. it's just a rocking song but then it's like, I think I'm going bald. I'm like, this should not be as good as it is, but it is.
Yeah, when I first heard the song, I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics. I'm like, yeah, this is a good song. Like I heard the first 2 songs, Bastille Day and this song, and I'm like, how is this one of their most infamous albums? This album
I made a short AI cover and it was SpongeBob singing I'm Going Bald. I don't know why, but SpongeBob really works well for Geddy Lee's voice. So I have on my channel like SpongeBob singing Tom Sawyer, but I need a full SpongeBob Sings 2112 cover now.
Oh.
Yeah, I can have Mr. Krabs as the priest of the Temples of Syrinx.
Oh no. Or like we need like this. Oh my God.
We've taken care of everything. The words you hear, the songs you sing, the pictures that give pleasure to your eye.
Oh my God.
I know it's most unusual to come before you, so I found an ancient miracle.
Yeah, so I was so upset when my dad didn't really like Permanent Waves. I'm like,
Rush isn't for everybody. I showed my dad the first side of 2112, and like I don't know, he's like, okay, this is good, but like he's like, I don't feel like this is the kind of music I would have been back in the 70s.
Yeah. Well, well, the first two songs are like, but when it was like Jacob's Ladder, he's like, it's like, you might playing something else, but then he was like, who is this? I'm like, oh, it's Rush. He's like, oh, I'll give it a chance.
Jacob's Ladder is one of my favorite songs on that album.
Yeah, it's the proggiest song on the album.
But Natural Science exists.
He likes Entre Nous, and he liked
yeah, I love Entre Nous.
He liked the two, like the four like regular ish songs, but like the two proggy songs at the
Natural
end.
Science and Jacob's Ladder. Those are like my second and third favorite song on the album, though.
Yeah, he would not like Hemispheres. He would not like that.
Oh yeah, no.
even Hemispheres is a little much for me, and I love Rush in their proggy complicated era. Like
La Via Strangiato.
That song slaps. Well,
that's my favorite song on that album.
My favorite song is still The Trees.
I love The Trees. That's my third favorite song on the album. But there's only
I will say about 2112, as much as I want it to be my favorite Rush album, the sound isn't as good as some of their other albums, and the first side is just so much better.
It was my second favorite Rush album for the longest time, but it just went down so many spots just because, I don't know, I just gave more of their albums a chance, and I feel like the magic of it kind of wore off. Like, it's don't get me wrong, I still would give it like a 9.5, maybe even a 9.75 out of 10. And I would say it's still a perfect album because all the songs on it are good. It's just, I feel like I've grown fonder of other Rush albums that took a little longer to grow on me, like Signals and A Farewell to Kings. Really,
yeah. I'm so glad I gave Permanent Waves more listens. I remember being like, I don't give Permanent Waves enough listens, and then I started listening to it. You know, the first two songs always starting off. So the first two songs just hook you in, like Spirit of Radio and Free Will. Just
when I first listened through the Rush discography, Permanent Waves was my second favorite. But I'm like, is this really my second favorite, or am I just saying that just because it sounds a lot like Moving Pictures? And I'm convinced myself, yeah, no, you're just like it because it's the one before Moving Pictures. And so I'm like, okay, well then I like Hemispheres better. But like the more I've listened to it, it's like it really is one of their best albums. Like is every song on there is just top of the top. They're at the top of their game.
Yeah, I remember listening to Signals for the first time, and this was like back when I was like, no other album could beat 2112. I heard A Farewell to Kings and Hemispheres and Permanent Waves, and of course Moving Pictures at that point. And I'm like, I don't think any other album could top 2112. And then I heard Subdivisions, like, whoa. Then I heard Analog Kid, I'm like, whoa. Then I heard Chemistry, I'm like, whoa. And then Digital Man, I'm like, whoa. And then The Weapon, I'm like, whoa. And then just like Lucy, and I'm like, yo, this is their best album. Like, I just vibe into it. I just listen to every track and everything. It just hooks me, and it just vibe to it.
No, you just love those albums where it's like, okay, when is it gonna get to the bad song?
I know, like when I listen to it the first time, I'm like, there's gonna be a bad song. Like Countdown's gonna be so bad. I bet no way there's gonna be 7 great songs and an 8th great song as well. Listen to Countdown, I'm like, yeah, this is the best album. That was like that when I listened to Something Else by the Kinks originally. Like I heard David Watts, I'm like, this is a great song. And then after, like, once I got to the end and I got to Waterloo Sunset, I'm like, that's it? That's the end of the album? There's no bad songs on it? I'll go more in depth on that when I get to that album with me and
So
Jason.
I have retro music stuff, but now I'm dipping into retro movie stuff, and I got a VCR for Christmas and some VHS tapes.
I have the Lion King.
Lion King. So I had a couple VHS tapes before I got it because the record store I go to also sells them, and they were giving away a few for free. And I found It's a Wonderful Life for free.
That's like one of the greatest movies of all time.
That might be my favorite movie of all time, now that I'm thinking about it. But I saw that in the free bin, and I'm like, okay, you know what? At first I got it just so it's like, I'm probably not going to play this. Like, it's just so that just so that I know I have a copy of it on VHS, just because. And then I thought, like, what would be something good to buy? Because I always just ask for money for Christmas from everybody, and it's like, what would be something cool to buy around Christmas? And I thought, well, how about a VHS player? And then I'm also going to buy an old TV tomorrow to go with it.
I have an old TV that has like the VHS player in it, but it doesn't work.
My VHS player works like it's brand new. It works amazing.
Well, it has the sound of it. Like you can hear the movie, but like it's staticky.
I bought the Star Wars trilogy as well on VHS.
The regular like 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Is it the originals without the unnecessary?
You know it. I also bought the Phantom Menace, so I can finally watch the theatrical version of the Phantom Menace. So the only way to watch that is on VHS.
Yeah, I wanna own. If I do ever get a VCR and own VHSs, I'm gonna own the Star Warses without the unnecessary edits that
I have DVDs of them. It's just the DVD. You can tell that the DVDs are just VHS or Laserdisc transfers. But I'll take that over the Blu-ray with better picture if it's the original.
Yeah, I don't. The edits were so unnecessary.
I cannot watch any post 1995 issue of Star Wars just because, like, I had a very bad experience. I watched VHS tapes up until 2015. We still had a VHS tape player. Now I'm even getting back into them now. So there's just a brief period in between where I didn't have them. But it was Christmas of 2015, and I was watching Star Wars on VHS tape, and I thought, you know what would be cool is if I had Star Wars on DVD, so that we don't have to watch it on VHS tape and rewind them anymore. So for Christmas, I asked for Star Wars on DVD. And we got the set that has DVDs and Blu-rays. I'm like, oh, hey, cool. So we're like, okay, we're going to have a movie night on Christmas, and we're all going to watch Star Wars. So I put in Star Wars, and the first thing I'm thinking is, oh, my goodness, the picture quality is amazing on this. Because it was like the look of them, I'd say, is amazing, even though now that I look back on it, some of the color corrections are a little off on the DVD Blu-ray versions, which are fixed on the Disney Plus versions if you watch those. But the Blu-ray DVD has this weird blue tint to it. But whenever they went to Mos Eisley and all the CGI stuff in Mos Eisley, I was like, what is this? I literally got mad. I'm like, this was not in the movie. And then when Jabba the Hutt came on, I turned it off. Or I didn't turn it off, but I stopped watching. I went in the other room. So I'm like, you're not going to put this ugly CGI Jabba the Hutt in Star Wars. That's not. I didn't even catch that Han didn't shoot first. I stopped watching because I'm like, they're not going to add stuff to this movie. I've seen this movie a million times on VHS tape, and I don't like. Here's the thing. If George Lucas wants to edit his movie and add animated stuff, I'm totally fine with that as long as he doesn't try to erase the original ones, which is what he did.
I know. Yeah, Han Solo shot first. Get that right.
I'm pretty sure they'll re-release them eventually. It might be after George Lucas dies, but
George Lucas, listen to a mere mortal, but he shot first. It
changes Han Solo's character. Han Solo is somebody that you don't trust. He's a scoundrel who's ending up at the most dangerous bar in the world, or one of them, the place where you'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. He's a scoundrel, and like that's his character arc. He's not a good guy when you meet him. He's scum who is he's a smuggler, which apparently he smuggles stuff in his ship for money. And he's got his big hitman Wookiee guy, Chewbacca. And his character arc is that like he goes from that to the rebel hero at the end of Return of the Jedi who gets the princess and becomes a hero. But like that kind of changes it where it's like, oh, Han's just shooting in self-defense. No, like the bounty hunter literally was like, I'm gonna kill you, and he's like got his gun ready. Like he literally got his gun ready because he knew he was gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
That's not even the biggest thing that makes me upset, though. Was he's just this 2 seconds of screen time. What makes me upset is some of the animated stuff and extra effects they're adding to this movie. Because I'm like, when I watch a movie, I know when the movie came out, and this computer generated animation does not look like 1977. Like there were people who worked on these effects. Like some of them may be a little bit shoddy, but that's because most of the effects in that movie were literally created for that movie. Like a lot of the effects, people had to literally create new kinds of cameras and like illusions and stuff just specifically for that movie. Industrial Lights and Magic, which is like one of the biggest special effects departments ever. That's where the movie began. George Lucas started that company so that he could get, because like what they had before in like the old Star Trek, it's kind of what they based it on, but it was very simple. In the Star Trek TV show is they just have the Enterprise with the screen behind it, but like they needed like cameras that would move to give the illusion that the spaceship was actually moving rather than just like sitting there.
Oh, speaking of what I did yesterday, I watched Twilight Zone yesterday with my dad.
I like the Twilight Zone.
I only watched one episode. It was I'd be surprised if you know this one. It was like World War II, and like it was like there's like Japanese in like a cave that were like went injured, and like this sergeant, he's like I want all of them killed. Guys, go in there and kill them. It was like they're injured, they're guys. It was like I would want all of them dead. They're the enemy. Blah blah blah. He drops his binoculars, and the Japanese soldier pick it up, and he realizes he's Japanese now. You know how weird the Twilight Zone can be, and he's like, I'm a Japanese soldier now, and he's like a lieutenant now, and like the sergeant comes in, he's like they're the American, we want them dead, and he's like they're injured, blah blah blah, and he's like I don't care, I want all of them dead. They're the enemy, I want them killed, blah blah blah. They're the enemy, you know, and that just puts in perspective, you know, how war is, you know, like you don't really want to kill them, but you know, the enemy and all that. It's just weird, like to like look at the Japanese perspective and then look at the Americans' perspective. It's just it's my favorite Twilight Zone episode just for that. There's no twist, there's no nothing. It's more or less just like a lesson of how messed up war can be. But that's my rant for today.
I just sent you a link to the original Star Wars VHS. It's like $5.
Oh yeah, VHS are dirt cheap nowadays.
I found a seller on eBay that you can get them for $3 each, and you get buy two get one free. So I just ordered like 10 movies for $50.
What movies did you get?
Okay, so let me look and see because I forget what all I've got. But okay, here we go. So I got the Star Wars trilogy and the Phantom Menace. The only expensive one was the Star Wars trilogy because it was $30, but I figured $10 for each of the movies.
Yeah.
I got Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and The Last Crusade. I got the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh yeah, I like the Lord of the Rings.
Those are long movies, though. I think Return of the King is 2 VHS tapes.
Oh yeah, it's.
Uh,
I think you like. Do you like? I think you like Lord of the Rings more than me do, like than I do.
yes.
It's funny. You're a bigger Lord of the Rings fan, even though I prefer the one song Battle of Evermore more. Even though I'm not.
No, but I like Ramble On more. Ramble On.
Is that a Lord of the Rings reference song? Is too?
Yeah. And
I
the
didn't know.
darkest depths of Mordor and
Yeah,
Gone and
I'm not
ran
as
away with her.
I'm not as keen on the references. I only watched them once, and it was like way back. Maybe if
Those
I
are the only two Led Zeppelin songs that have Lord of the Rings references.
maybe if I watch them again and I listen to Ramble On, it might be one of my favorites off of it. Off of Zeppelin.
Jurassic Park.
Oh, I that's a movie I want to buy. That's one of my all-time favorite movies.
The Matrix.
I like that movie.
And the last one's a guilty pleasure movie. I bought Dumb and Dumber.
Guilty pleasure. That movie's awesome.
Okay, so funny story about that movie. My brother was just like, "You want to watch that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's like one of Jim Carrey, a famous movie that like Jim Carrey was in." And I'm like, "This is." Look at the front of the cover, and it's like two guys giving each other a wedgie or something. I'm like, "This is gonna be the stupidest movie ever." I laughed so hard at that movie. I can't tell you how hard I laughed at that movie. I'm like, this is the stupidest movie ever, but I'm all for it. It's hilarious.
You ever watched Two White Chicks before?
No.
It's a funny movie. So it's like these two black detectives, and I forgot what they were trying to watch over these. It was like this their boss's daughters or whatever, and they were trying to do a case at the same time, but one of them, something happened and the girl got messed up in the face or whatever, and she's like, I can't go out, and they're like, well, and then like one of the black guys is like, it's like, we're gonna have to dress up, we're have to like so then they become black girl. Okay, this is hard to describe, so I'm gonna show you the trailer. I'm gonna show you it's a funny movie. It's
Okay.
me and my little brother watch. You know Terry Crews, the black guy?
I think I've heard that name before.
Hold on. I'll show you the trailer. Thank you guys for watching this general hangout stream. I don't want to get copyright stream on my video because this is a proper video and I don't want it to get striked.
Oh, just send me a link to this
okay.
And I'll watch it when it's what's another funny movie? Have you ever seen the movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels?
I have not.
We have to watch that sometime. I don't know if there's any way to do a stream watch, but I'll tell you just the basic premise. I won't ruin anything. I just want to tell you the basic premise. But it stars Michael Caine and Steve Martin.
Oh, okay.
And it's about con artists. And Michael Caine is the older, distinguished gentleman con artist who's good at getting all the money, and he pulls off like big crimes. And then Steve Martin is like the new young guy who's not very good at he just like gets like $50 or something like that. And Steve Martin like challenges Michael Caine about like who can get like a bunch of money, who can like con this lady for a bunch of money first. And I'm not going to say anything else about the movie, but it's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. And there's a particular scene where Steve Martin is just really funny, and I can't say anything else because it would ruin the best scene of the movie. But it's every time I see that movie, I just laugh really hard at it.
You ever watched Billy Madison before?
No.
It's an Adam Sandler movie, so like, I'll say this: it's a very random movie at times. It's just it's just so many random scenes. Like there's like Steve Buscemi.
Yes.
So like there's like a scene when he was calling back his form, like because he bullied this one kid, it was Steve Buscemi, and he called him. And he was like, "It's like, oh look, I was very sorry. What I did, I thought was funny at the time, but I now know it hurts you." He's like, "Oh, it's fine. I don't care." And then like it turns back, and he like it's like a list people that should die, and then he crosses them out, and then he takes out lipstick and he puts it on his face, and I'm like, what the heck am I watching? It's like, and then like because like Adam Sandler has to go back to school. I'm not gonna say why because that would ruin it, but he had to go back to school, go through each grade.
I gotta go back to school.
And like so like there's this whole family. It goes up like each brother gets older and older. He like pranks them and he's like, O'Doyle rules, and it's like O'Doyle rules, and it's like O'Doyle rules, and like the last older brother, he's like O'Doyle rules, and then like there's like a scene where like all of them are together, they're driving a car, and there's like a banana peel on the road, and then the car like they swerve off of the road because of the banana peel, and then they go off a cliff, and they're like the entire time they're like O'Doyle rules, O'Doyle rules, O'Doyle rules. And I'm like, what the heck is this? It's like most of these scenes are so random. It's funny because of how random it is. Yeah. Yeah, Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler have so many good movies. I can't believe they're doing a third Willy Wonka movie, though. It's crazy.
What? Oh, not that.
I know. I thought Charlie and the Factory was okay, but the first one, that's the best version.
Yeah, with Gene Wilder.
Mm-hmm. Gene Wilder does it the best. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
I know.
I might get a lot of hate for saying this, but I don't care. My favorite movie is Blazing Saddles. I'm like, should I be laughing this hard at this movie?
Hey, everyone has their opinion on stuff, my favorite movie is Jaws. That's my favorite movie.
That is pretty good, Jaws.
That was like I watched that when I was like pretty young. I remember watching it, and my dad's like, well, I was like 8 or 9 the first time, and Dad was like, I don't want you watching this. And like a year or two later, we watched it. And the only scenes I cared for was the violent scenes, but growing up, realizing that all the scenes were great.
I couldn't watch E.T. as a kid.
I love E.T. You know what's funny? My dad saw it the day it premiered, but I
watched it later on, thankfully, but like for some reason I couldn't see it when I was younger.
Yeah, my dad fell asleep during the movie. Fell asleep.
Ooh.
That's funny though. Yeah, I love Jaws. It's one of my
Whenever you stop this stream, I'm gonna send you something to watch. It you can screen mirror it, but it's a one scene from the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels movie. It's not the best scene in the movie, but it's just one scene that I think is really funny, just to kind of introduce you to the movie.
Okay, I'll show you a scene from Two Chicks. I'll show you 2 scenes. I'll show you the one from White Chicks, and I'll show you the scene from Billy Madison. Both scenes are pretty hilarious. Yeah, my 3 favorite movies probably would be Jaws, Shawshank Redemption, and Pulp Fiction.
Classics.
Pulp Fiction. Oh, I love that movie.
Mine is It's a Wonderful Life. I know is up there, and I like The Princess Bride just because it reminds me of when I was in high school, and Empire Strikes Back.
And that's like mostly like I also really like a lot of Disney movies. Back when they were cool. Yeah. Back before they were making bad movies.
Yeah, something's up with Disney right now. They need
to get their act together.
trying to be a cash grab, but ended up doing the exact opposite.
I know. The live action movies are horrendous, and the
I
animated.
know. It's like they don't put any thought into them.
Yeah, they just say, hey, you know that character you grew up and loved? Let's race swap them for no reason.
It's just like rehashes of the cartoons that nobody asked for, except the script for them is like unoriginal and like takes out a lot of just the feel of the original movies.
Like
That
the
makes sense.
Little Mermaid's probably the biggest offender of all that.
I
It was
didn't
like
even see that.
I didn't see it either, but watching scenes of it, I'm like, this is not good. I probably say the movie I'm like the most refusing to watch that like the most I'm gonna like that the one but can't speak today. The movie I refuse to watch the most is Barbie of all the movies of last year. That's the one I refuse to watch the most.
Well, people are like, "Are you gonna go do the Barbieheimer, where you go see Oppenheimer?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't have a date to go see Barbie, and I'm not going to watch it by myself."
Both movies look boring, especially.
Okay, no, Oppenheimer was amazing. I saw that in IMAX, and they were using like actual film projection reels.
Oh,
It was something else.
oh, I'll probably watch it at some point in the future.
I think I'm going to use one of my blank VHS tapes and put Oppenheimer on VHS
No,
just to see what it looks like. Because I don't know, the movie. I couldn't tell if the movie came out last year. Like the movie seems like it could have come out any time between the 70s and today.
My favorite movie of last year was John Wick.
Oh yeah,
I'm a John Wick fan. I'm just gonna say that right now. The first I'm just gonna say now all four of them get better and better as each go on.
As much as there was some bad movies that came out last year, 2023 was a light years ahead of 2022 because there was at least some good movies that came out in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
2022, I can't remember any good movies that came out then.
What's Puss in Boots, 2022 or 2023?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
Let's put up what movies that came out in 2022. But we had I liked Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It was probably the last good Marvel movie.
Marvel was horrible this year.
Everything else that Marvel put out this year was trash. And I didn't even watch most of it.
It was embarrassing. One of them was literally just called The Marvels. Like, how unoriginal.
Okay. What kind of a marketing strategy do you know that everybody hates Captain Marvel? You're at your lowest point, and what's the next movie you're going to put out?
The Marvels.
Captain Marvel! It's like, that is the worst marketing strategy ever. Make a movie off of something that people like Loki season 2. That was a good time to put that out because people liked that. Putting out Captain Marvel 2 or whatever, right, whenever you're at your lowest point is not good because the box offices for Captain Marvel and the reviews and stuff, people don't really like Captain Marvel.
I actually liked Sonic 2. That was a good movie.
Oh, Sonic 2. I didn't see it. I saw the first one. Oh, weird. The Al Yankovic story.
Oh no. I cannot.
Okay, I take that back. The Batman. The Batman is a good movie.
I was right. Let's go. I was right. Puss in Boots 2022.
I forgot the Batman. It was because it came out so early in 2022.
I'm embarrassed to say this, but this was my favorite movie of 2 years ago. Was Puss in Boots. That was a good. I love Puss in Boots. The first movie was all right, the first one, but the second one, I love that movie. Yeah, 2023. Let's look at 2023. This might be. Oh, Mario. That was a good movie.
Okay, you know what? I actually went to see that in the movie theater, and the thing I liked about it is just how lighthearted it was. Like, I just got to go and just enjoy a movie for an hour and a half, and it was an hour and a half. Like, it was there, and it was over, and it was fun and enjoyable. That's what I liked about it, is I just got to go to the movie and have fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I didn't feel like there was a lot to the plot, but then again, neither is there in the Mario games. Sometimes you just want to go to the movies and just have fun, and that's what it gave to me. And I didn't know about Jack Black's song before I saw the movie, and so I laughed. I laughed way too hard when it got to that part.
John Wick 4 is still my favorite from this year. Yeah, every John Wick movie got better from each release, if you could believe that. The first movie, amazing. Second movie, just slightly better. Third movie, just slightly better. And then the fourth movie, just slightly better. It just, I will say the beginning of the third movie is probably the highlight of the John Wick series. It's just like a cool scene in the third movie, but rather than that, the fourth movie is peak John Wick. I'm surprised Barbie isn't being shown in the list because that's like one of the most popular.
Oh yeah, Indiana Jones 4. I saw that, and honestly, it was just there. Like, I thought that Indiana Jones 4 was kind of unnecessary.
I'm surprised Barbie isn't shown because that movie's popular. Huh. Neither is Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer is down a few.
Oh, okay. Comedy, drama, thriller, documentary.
Dramedies?
Wonder what I forgot what was released in 2021.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah,
Don't remind me of those awful years.
Sing 2. Oh my lord. The first one was
okay. So Spider-Man: No Way Home, the last pretty good Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Is this literally what came out in 2021?
I know. Oh my lord. Let's look at 2020.
A bunch of nothing.
2020.
Oh yeah, 2020. Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog came out then.
Like the only good movie that came out this year. Oh my lord. I don't like any of these.
I don't even remember. Is there? It's probably because a lot of that stuff couldn't have come out. It was all on streaming services.
Yeah, that was like because of the pandemic. I like this movie.
Okay, Yesterday is pretty. Okay, that's a good conversation point because I love the movie Yesterday. It's amazing, but I thought of a version that's even better. That it could have been even better. If you can believe that. But I'll talk about that later. I want to see Okay, that Detective Pikachu movie, I saw that just because it was Ryan Reynolds, and it was actually pretty funny.
I love this movie though. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This was this is the
Tarantino.
I love Tarantino movies. I'm like of all the directors, he's my favorite director. I know a lot of people think he's overrated, but I don't think.
Oh yay! Star Wars Episode 9.
John Wick 3, baby. I went to see that movie in the movie theaters with my dad.
Avengers Endgame. That was the best movie experience I've ever had in a movie theater, was going to see Avengers Endgame.
This was the best movie I know you said the Spider-Man movie was the last good movie. This was the last amazing.
That's actually my favorite Marvel movie, Avengers Endgame. If you can believe that.
Yeah, they've fallen off of grace after Endgame though. Yeah. This movie,
no. Why would you make well, it's not called a documentary. What is it? Music biopic and make it like a musical fantasy, whatever. It doesn't really work.
Joker was amazing. I loved Joker.
I haven't seen it. I don't really want to see it.
I went to see it in the movie theaters. I thought it was really good.
Knives Out, aka Rian Johnson, can direct, just not Star Wars.
El Caponino, the Breaking Bad movie. I never watched it before.
Say its name.
You're damn right. Angry Birds 2, never watched it. I watched the first movie, though.
The first one's awful. It's trash. Other than there's one joke. It is a real cheap joke, but I don't know why I laughed at it. But it's they go into the Eagles cave, and he's got a platinum record of Hotel California on the wall. And I'm like, the Eagles. And then that's the only thing I laughed at in the whole movie.
There's actually a joke where he's like, who would steal legs? You would. It's like the guy with the free hugs. He's like, you look like you can. I mean, like you. I think you can. I think you look like you can. You would. I forgot how the joke really went, but like it's funny. 2019, I think is like a mix between really good movies and movies I don't like at all. So hit or miss.
2018.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay, I like Bohemian Rhapsody. It just needs to be more accurate.
Yes. Not only that, but they didn't make Freddie Mercury less of an asshole. That was my big problem, is that they made Freddie Mercury an asshole. Even though he really was. Even though he wasn't. It's not even a movie. It's a TV series. What the hell?
I know Avengers, not Age of Ultron. What's the one? Infinity War came out that year.
Yeah, I went to see that in the movie theater.
I like it. Man, I love Infinity War too. Venom. Okay, so I remember when the trailer for Venom came out, and there was rumors that it was going to be rated R because of the violence, and it looked like it was going to be this freaky horror movie. And then you watch it, and it's like, nope, Eddie, we are drunk. It's like,
oh no! Oh my god! What? Elvis Presley, The Searcher. Oh my god! Another biopic. The Grinch.
no.
I heard Green Book was a good movie.
Oh yeah.
I always on TikTok. I always see that one scene on TikTok where the guy's eating the fried chicken, and the other guy's like, "I have never."
Deadpool. Okay, Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2 was funny. I still think the original is better.
Deadpool 2 is. I actually like Deadpool 2 better than the first one.
Yeah, well, you're my dad would agree with you.
I thought they're both funny.
Oh, the year.
Oh no! What year is this? 2017.
2017. Oh no! Ripped. What the hell is this?
What?
Most of these movies look like garbage.
I don't.
Oh
even
my
know.
lord!
Talk. Oh yay! The Last Jedi.
Don't hate me.
I liked parts of that movie.
Don't hate me for saying this, Scott. But I only like the 4, 5, and 6. Everything else, I'm not.
I honestly agree with you, but
I like.
I liked parts of that movie, mainly just the part with Yoda, because I didn't know Yoda was going to be in it, and that it was actually a puppet. Like, I liked that. But, like, some of the aspects of that movie, like, oh, we're going to a casino planet, and everything is rigged, and there's slave kids. And it's like, but we're not even going to free the slave kids. We're going to free the animals because they're being treated uncruelly. It's like, you got slave kids on this planet, and you're going to free the animals. Like, we got priorities here.
I will say this: 7, 8, 9 is a lot better than 1, 2, 3. That I will say. They made another Nutjob movie. Oh my god!
What? That
movie was so.
That first movie. It's because Will Arnett was everywhere because of his Lego Batman, which is really good. Because I remember when the Lego movie came out. You're gonna see it when it gets to 2014, but.
Hold on. When was Whiplash made? There's a movie called Whiplash.
Oh yeah, Not My Tempo.
Neiman, how did you suppose that I threw a chair at you? it's like how did you why did you suppose I threw a chair at you? Just like calmly, you just threw a chair at him. It's like, and everyone's just like, and he's just like, Neiman, what do you suppose I threw a chair at you? It's like, I don't know. He's like, it's like, are you a rusher or are you a dragger? Are you gonna be on my fucking time? He was like, on your time. Movie.
Mr. Jameson, sir.
I love how he called him Neiman for most of the movie. Yeah, 2017 is garbage.
2016.
The Mike, the whatever the heck his name is.
Oh.
His movies are garbage.
Again, Will Arnett being everywhere because of the success of Lego Batman.
Hold on. Director. There's like one person that does these.
Oh yeah, the Transformers guy.
Hold on.
Michael Bay, that's his name.
Michael Bay is trash. Everything he did was trash. I don't care what
Kung Fu
anyone says.
Panda 3.
That movie was mediocre compared to the
It
second
was.
movie.
The first two are classics, but then that one was really disappointing. I only saw it once.
Second movie is my favorite though.
I mean, I'm always gonna like the first one the best, just because I don't know. I have good memories associated with it. But
I have memories with
is that another Ice Age movie that I didn't even know they made?
Oh my god, they make. Oh, I don't even want to watch it. I'm done with 2016. Chew. Regular Show movie. That was a good movie. I don't know any of these movies besides the Regular Show movies. So far.
I know Rogue One came out in 2016.
Raiders. I don't know any of this.
Was there
I
even
guess-
any movies that came out that year that I remember?
Janis Joplin. Janis Joplin, in my opinion, is a little overrated. I think she's all right. Pixels. I did not like Pixels. I'm done with this year.
Yeah, go back because I'm really into old video games, and that movie was so disappointing.
I know.
2014.
Spider-Man.
Okay, so that I know the Lego movie came out that year, and I remember going to see that at the drive-in theater, and I really liked that movie.
Lego movie. There you go. Right
It was
here.
way better than it had any right being.
I know. Where is this about the Who? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
There's the Who target behind him.
Every time I see the Who target, I just think of the Who. Where's Whiplash? We literally just saw Whiplash. Yeah, Whiplash is one of my favorite movies now. Such a funny movie. Another Ninja Turtles movie. Like these movies look like Michael Bay.
Okay, I really do like the original one though. The original
old
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
That movie's funny. The original one, the original, not
Yeah,
the non-Michael Bay one.
yeah.
I'm just saying now, I do not like Ice-T's acting. He just has like every person he acts as. It's just like this, almost basically the same person. I don't know.
Oh, Captain America, Civil War: The Winter Soldier?
Hold on.
I know Guardians of the Galaxy should have been this year.
I remember the Civil War.
I like Civil War. Captain America: Winter Soldier was the first Marvel movie I saw in theaters.
First John Wick movie was released.
Oh, hey, John Wick.
I love John Wick. I love how he goes on this murderous rampage because of the dog dying. He's like, you done did it this time. You got to kill all of you now because of my dog. Which I get it because you know.
Have you seen? There's a movie that I saw. It came out a few years ago. It's called Pig with Nick Cage, where somebody steals Nick Cage's pig and he wants to get revenge on them because they stole his pig.
I do not want to watch that. That sounds like a.
No, that's the thing. Is it's actually a really good movie. It
I don't
sounds like
like
the
it.
stupidest premise ever. I saw it. I'm like,
I don't like.
It's like I think I'm going bald. In concept, it sounds awful, but it actually is amazing.
I don't like Nicolas Cage, so that's kind of a deal breaker for me. There's like there's like actors, like the movie, even like if even if the movie sounds amazing, I won't watch because of certain actors.
Unpopular opinion: Lego Movie should have beaten Big Hero 6 in the Best Animated Picture category.
How's that unpopular? That movie sucks. Big Hero 6. It sucks
Better
badly.
than Frozen.
Frozen and Big Hero 6 are some of Disney's worst movies.
I don't know why Frozen got as popular as it did. I remember going to see it in the movie theater, and I thought that was all right.
Yeah, I hate Big Hero 6, so I'm with you on that. But yeah, speaking of 2014.
Oh, Turbo! I forgot that movie existed.
Yeah, speaking of 2014 though, this was the year the Rangers went to the Stanley Cup Finals and lost to the Vegas Golden Knights, LA Kings. I was so sad when that happened. I was like 10 years old. Yeah, Turbo, that's a good movie. I haven't watched it in a long time though.
Yo, Rush, the movie?
Wait. Let me see. Where?
No,
Which column is it?
it's just called Rush.
Oh, that would have been cool. It'd be cool if like Tom Sawyer played in the credits theme. just for Rush fans, just to be like, yeah, there's Rush.
If somebody turned on the radio and the Spirit of Radio started playing.
Mm-hmm. Shrek the musical.
Shrek the musical. What?
I'd rather die.
Off-brand Wizard of Oz.
The Legends of Oz.
What is that trash?
Oh my god.
Oh, what's that gesture? That looks awful. What is that thing? It looks like the Wampa from Star Wars got crossed with an owl.
Oh my god.
What is that
Whoa.
gesture? What, Martin Short's in it?
Oh my god.
Hold on a second. Martin Short is in this movie?
Oh my lord.
How they got Martin Short to be in this movie?
I need to watch the trailer now. I don't at this point I don't care if it gets copyright strike. I need to see the trailer.
It's just a general thing. Let's see how awful this is.
I need to see it.
In a land beyond the rainbow,
Emerald City needs all the heart and courage it can get right now.
Got your back, straw man. You can count on us. Run! That's the plan!
the Emerald City faces its greatest challenge.
Don't mess with the jester!
And there's only one person who can save the enchanted world.
Dorothy.
Dorothy Gale?
I thought you'd be taller.
This May,
I can't believe it, Toto. We're really back in Oz.
return to Oz for a journey beyond imagination with a new team of heroes you will never forget.
Are you okay?
I do have a large piece of bark lodged in my... Sorry, I'm giving you too much information.
Experience the magic.
Lion, coming through!
Believe in the dream.
There will always be a rainbow when you need one most.
Live the adventure.
Ready the candy pulse. Some balls loaded, sir.
Legends of Oz.
My, but you're silly.
It's the costume, isn't it? It's my curse. Literally. I can't take this off ever.
Oh.
Yeah. I
That
have
looks
no
like trash. B. That sounded like Martin Short was the villain.
I will say this. I did see that one clip with the I can't take this off ever on TikTok a billion times. And I didn't know where it was from. Now I know where it's from, and I'm glad. I was glad that I didn't know where it was from.
This looks like
this?
garbage.
Oh my god! My life was better when I didn't know this existed.
I know. It's like American Dream.
American Dream. Oh my lord!
Yo, hold on a second, Tommy.
The Who session sensation, Tommy.
The story of Tommy. I'm a sensation.
It's probably like a documentary. No, I'm not. Fuck. Frick. Frozen. Awful movie. Monsters University was good.
It's good, but it wasn't as good as the first movie. Oh, hey, The History of the Eagles.
Interesting. Nice.
Is that Jimi Hendrix?
Yep, Hendrix and
Frank
Zappa.
Zappa.
I need to listen to their debut album. I hear a lot of people talking about that one, and
Freak Out.
that and the Rats album.
Hot Rats. Yeah, those are the two Frank Zappa albums I hear everyone talking about. And the fact that they were name checked and Smoke in the Water.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's look at 2022. 2012. I was 8 years old.
Led Zeppelin.
Food fight. Oh no. Oh. You ever watched this movie before?
No, I have never watched that movie before.
Let's watch the trailer.
I know Wreck-It Ralph came out that year. I liked that movie.
This movie is trash.
He's
Oh.
dynamic.
What?
He's dramatic.
What is this?
He's the big dog
Dex the detective is back in the house.
that always runs to the rescue.
I still got it.
Charlie Sheen is Dex.
When in doubt,
What?
do the right thing.
With Hilary Duff,
Listen, tough guy. Doesn't mean that I couldn't kick your butt.
Eva Longoria,
I've got a hot case for you.
Wayne Brady,
I'm your best friend, Daredevil Dan.
and
Wayne
Christopher
Brady is in
Lloyd,
this?
Somebody, or did I recall?
the Super Slick,
Got milk?
Do I look like the Dairy Queen to you?
Super Sleuth,
You?
Clean up on aisle 1.
is about to tackle
Yo, Dex,
They're building an entire army.
his biggest case ever.
let's get him.
I do have an idea.
It's our world. Food!
I love these guys.
It's a battle between the world's most beloved brands and the forces of darkness.
Watch the tail.
Sorry, Charlie.
Taste that.
It's our world. It's our world. It's my life. It's checkout time.
Great idea.
Food fight.
This makes 500 cases you've solved. What's your secret?
The secret's inside.
Watching that, Scott, you want to guess how much of a budget this movie had?
$100?
You'll be wrong. It was over $1 million.
What?
I'll try to be more specific. Try to
Is
Hold
is
on.
it because of all of the brand names in it?
yes. $65 million.
65. That movie had a bigger budget than Star Wars. Probably with adjusted for inflation. If Star Wars was filmed on a $10 million budget, if you adjust for inflation, that's still less than this movie had a budget of.
$5 million. I thought it was $5
A
million.
major box office flop. It only made 73,000. It didn't even make back $1 million. That's a huge flop.
Oh my lord. $65 million. You're better off.
Animation looked like trash too. Wreck-It
Imagine-
Ralph came out the same year, and the animation looks amazing, but the Food Fight animation looks like it was made in like the 90s.
Imagine the amount of rare records you could buy with 65 million. Oh my lord.
You could buy a record store with that.
Yeah.
Oh, goody brave. That's
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of when Pixar started going downhill.
Yeah, I agree.
Yo, is that the cinematic masterpiece that is the Lorax?
I know the Lorax. I love this movie though.
Oh, Hotel Transylvania is actually pretty good.
Has Adam Sandler in it.
Adam Sandler as Dracula is actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Kevin James as Frankenstein was funny.
I do not say blah blah blah.
Steve Buscemi was the Wolfman. That was
Yes, I
that was
know.
funny. And who was the Invisible Man? I know somebody famous was the Invisible Man, but I forget.
I forgot. I know the voice you're talking about though.
I now it's gonna drive me crazy.
Beatles stories. Yeah, I could go back.
I know who it is, but I forget.
Cast. If it could show me that. Forgot the name of the invisible guy.
Yeah, the Invisible Guy, Griffin.
Griffin. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. David Spade.
Ah, okay. That's who it is. It's
Oh,
Cusco.
yeah, Kevin James does Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I can't stand Kevin James as a person. He is an awful person. I heard. Pink Floyd, Behind the Wall.
Puss in Boots, the first one.
Yeah, like I said, if I had to tier rank the Puss in Boots movie, it'd be like a B tier, but the second movie would be like an S tier. So
The Smurfs.
Not Alvin and the Chipmunks. Oh God.
Oh boy.
I haven't
Oh,
watched
okay.
it.
That movie, The Adventures of Tintin. Have you seen that?
Yes.
That's actually a good movie.
The Smurfs was awful though. Oh my lord.
I remember going to see that.
I remember watching that, and even then, knowing as a little kid, I'm like, this is stupid. Shrek Forever After. I remember seeing that movie.
Oh boy.
Grown Ups. That's a good movie. Despicable Me. I saw in the movie theaters. Megamind. I saw in the movie theaters.
As a kid, I liked Despicable Me better, but growing up, you realize Megamind is actually a better movie.
Yes. This movie is, in my opinion, pretty underrated.
It is.
You know what's crazy too is that the cast is so.
It also introduced me to ELO.
Yes, and the it has a couple of.
The fact they got Ben Stiller just to play Bernard, the janitor.
I know. That was pretty
Brad
funny.
Pitt was Metro Man.
I love Brad Pitt. He's one of my favorite actors. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Like such a loaded cast. J.K. Simmons,
Jonah Hill is
Titan. Ben Stiller, David Cross, Brad Pitt, Tina Fey. It's just so many.
J.K. Simmons was the warden. I didn't even know that until now.
Yeah, I knew that. It's such a great movie. I've always loved this movie.
It is pretty good. I remember going to see it in movie theaters and like thinking it was going to be really bad, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I remember watching it the first time. I'm like, I don't want to watch this movie, and I'm like, no, I love it. 2009. Now
we're getting really old.
Old for us, that is.
Yeah.
My dad was like 5 years old.
Boy, Monsters vs. Aliens. Don't get me started on that movie.
My dad was 10 years old when Jaws came out. So.
Oh wow.
Monsters vs. Aliens.
Don't get me started on that movie. It's not good.
It's okay. I don't hate it.
More Alvin and the Chipmunks and more Ice Age.
I'm not besides kind of.
Okay, now we're getting to Iron Man.
Oh my God. 2009, Inglourious Bastards, one of my favorite movies. You said you never watched this before, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I need to show you the trailer for this. This is one of my all-time favorite movies.
What happened? I don't think it's playing.
Yeah, that movie's great. I want my scalps.
What is Nowhere Boy?
I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna. But yeah, you should watch that movie though. I love Inglourious Basterds.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil anything, but there's like an alternate piece of history in that movie. It's like cool. But yeah, it involves Hitler. Let's just say that.
Tropic Thunder.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
It's so stupid. Robert Downey Jr.'s character. Oh, the Dark Knight. It's like those are like complete opposites.
I know. See, we're starting to get into some my all-time favorite
Kung Fu
DreamWorks movie.
Panda.
It's my favorite movie though from DreamWorks, Madagascar 2.
Madagascar 2.
I love Madagascar 2.
Oh, yeah, there was actually some pretty good animated movies. These because those are the ones I remember because I was a kid at this time. I saw Bolt. I saw Kung Fu Panda. I saw the Jim Carrey Horton Hears a Who. I think Wall-E came out that year as well, which is one of my favorite animated movies.
Yeah, this was a good year for movies. Yeah, I'm gonna go back until my year of birth. The third. Don't want to talk about that movie. This is another great Tarantino movie, Death Proof.
Oh boy, the B movie.
This movie has what's his face? The guy who's being shown right now. Feel bad for not knowing.
There we go. Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's where it started.
Kurt Russell. Yes. This is an underrated movie. This movie and this movie were they're both part of a Grindhouse thing, Planet Terror and Death Proof, and they were showed as a double feature. And my dad saw it as a double feature. This movie was cut down, and this movie was cut down so that it could fit into two. It was interesting. I heard, but yeah. Oh, not Norman. That movie's funny. Respucia. This was a good year. 2007. Oh, I already did 2002. 6.
The Beatles? Oh, okay. Over the Hedge is actually a good movie.
This is a good, yeah, it was a funny movie. Teens Hiding Trouble in Tokyo, though. Oh my god, that movie's great. Happy Feet.
Oh boy,
I've
never even seen that movie.
Flushed Away. Oh my god.
I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen Happy Feet. I remember seeing Open Season like 1 or 2 times, but I don't remember anything about it other than that the hunter goes into the cabin because the animal's broken and goes, "Someone forgot to flush." That's the only thing I can remember about that movie for somewhere. That and for some reason they like the chocolate bars. That's the only thing I can remember about that movie.
Yeah, I agree. The second,
Shaggy Dog remake.
the second Open Season movie is good though. I thought that was good. The third one I didn't like. 2005. Nirvana. First Madagascar movie.
I remember seeing that in theaters.
I love robots.
Okay, I saw Robots on DVD when it came out. I saw Wallace and Gromit in theaters when it came out.
I remember being terrified of Wallace and Gromit. 2004.
Batman Begins.
Shrek 2.
Oh boy, Shark Tale. I remember then they had the Burger King prizes for that, but that's how young I was when that came out.
You ever watched Dodgeball before?
Yes! Dodgeball is hilarious.
If you can dodge it right, it's a ball.
Napoleon Dynamite. I love that movie. Why is The Incredibles the best movie that came out that year, though?
Shark Tale. Oh my god.
No.
Oh my lord. I think Shrek 2 is the best movie that came out this year, but that's because
The Incredibles is an amazing movie. I remember going to see The Incredibles whenever it came out. Oh, The Village. That's a good movie.
It's a great movie, Miracle. This was a hockey movie, but you know, as a hockey fan, I'm gonna like it a lot more than other people will. This was based off of a true story, Miracle.
Cool. 2003.
School of Rock.
School of Rock.
Love that movie. You need to get the lead out. Jimmy Page, Robert Plant. I remember it's such a great movie. Cat in the Hat.
Oh no.
I actually like Cat in the Hat. It's pretty funny. There was like a scene where like the hoe. It was like a hoe, like not like a ho, but like one of those like gardening tools, and he was like dirty hoe. I'm like, what? Spy Kids
Parts
3.
of the Cure. No, not Spy Kids. No.
I like the first two.
Those movies are like fever dreams. It's like you forget they exist.
You know what I like about the second and third movie is that Steve Buscemi's in it. That's like the best part. But like Steve Buscemi being a movie shouldn't be the highlight of it, though. Well, I'm gonna show you.
You know what was interesting about the third movie is that you have Khan from Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan and Rocky Balboa facing off against each other at the end of the movie.
Rocky was a good series. The first 4 movies.
Yeah, I like Rocky. Now we're going back to 2002.
I'm just sure. I'll go to the 2000. I'll just
go to 2000 and then.
Yeah, I wanted to show you all the not show you, but tell you all the Quentin Tarantino movies. Eight Crazy Nights, horrible movie. Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch.
Oh yeah, this was a great movie. So many sequel movies though. Ugh, I hate sequels. I've never heard of most of these movies. What the hell?
Treasure Planet. Scooby-Doo.
Treasure Planet was a good movie. It was good.
Attack of the Clones.
2001. Shrek. You want to hear a fun? You know what? Hear a crazy story about Shrek is that there was a movie called it was like an Egypt movie from DreamWorks.
The Prince of Egypt. That is an amazing movie.
Prince of Egypt. Well, I think that's my little brother's favorite DreamWorks movie. But Prince of Egypt. So basically, they were expecting that movie to go popular and all that, and it didn't. And they punish a lot of the people who were working on the movie. They said getting Shrek'd, and they were expecting Shrek to fail miserably. But one thing that is crazy about that movie, the craziest thing is that Chris Farley was originally going to be the voice of Shrek.
Oh wow! I think it worked out with Mike Myers though.
Oh yeah, I heard there's like not a full version, but there's like scenes like drawn like sketches of scenes with the Chris Farley voicing, and it's not the same. Maybe if it did come out and I grew up with it, maybe, but I don't know. It's not the same. Mike Myers.
I feel like we're living in the good timeline on that one.
Oh yeah, there's like timelines that I'm like, oh man, if only this timeline went through, like the Smile album being made or whatever. But yeah, that was unfortunate though. That was unfortunate.
Oh, Fellowship of the Ring came out in this year.
Yeah. Let's check out 2022. Well, not 2022, 20. My brain isn't braining right now. 2000. Little Nicky. Scary Movie's funny. It's a funny movie.
Oh, hey, The Grinch.
Oh, yeah. Jim Carrey. The Good Groove.
Emperor's New Groove, yes.
I always forget the name the guy who voices Joe. He's my favorite part of the movie.
Oh yeah, Patrick Warburton.
There's a scene in the movie where like the devil and the angel like on your shoulders.
Yes.
There's like a scene where he's like I don't know, and then like they're like looking at him. One of them was like what's he doing? And then like the two of them were just like I don't know.
Is he doing his own theme music? My spinach puffs. I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home?
Emperor's New Groove, but it's just the memes.
Wait, they got here first? I know all accounts it doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
Boom, baby! Hate your hair. Not likely. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And let me guess, you have a great personality.
It is no concern of mine whether your family has. What was it again?
Food?
Ha! You really should have thought of that before you became peasants.
But what do you say, Cusco?
Whoa, no touchy.
When the sun hits that ridge just right, these hills sing.
Yes.
Pull the lever, Kronk. Why do we even have that lever? How shall I do it? Oh, I know. I'll turn him into a flea. The harmless little flea. And then I'll put that flea in a box. And then I'll
put that box in another box.
And then I'll nail that box to myself. And when it arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer. It's brilliant, 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 I tell you. Genius, I say.
Oh, right. The poison from Cusco. The poison chosen specially to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. That poison?
Yes, that poison. A llama? He's supposed to be dead.
Yeah, weird. But what does that have to do with anything?
No. He's got a point.
Uh-oh.
Don't tell me. We're about to go over a huge waterfall.
Yep.
Sharp rocks at the bottom?
Most likely.
Bring it on.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
How did we, Kronk?
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Then I bet you weren't expecting this. Aha!
Oh, okay.
I've never liked your spinach puffs. Never! That's it. She's going down.
Hey, I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home?
You're excused. Anyone else?
No, we're good. We're good.
Yay, I'm a llama again! Wait.
I win.
This movie's too much.
So I didn't really watch that a lot when I was a kid. I didn't really watch it until I was older, like 15 or 16 almost. But when I found it, it's like, this is one of the most amazing Disney movies I've ever seen.
And there's one scene though that I really like where he's like doing it and they're just like, what the hell is he doing? I'm trying to find it because it's one of my favorites.
Sorry, I'm late. She's going down. Really? Really?
Honestly.
Kronk!
And then this guy popped. Policeman just tossed. Where's the other guy? Yo!
Sorry, I'm late. Oh, what I miss?
Policeman just tossed me this knife and asked me to, take them out. And then this guy popped up and then you. And honestly.
Kronk! Why did I think you could do this?
Then she's like, what the hell is he doing? They're like, beats me. Because when people do that, you're thinking like, how would people like react to like people doing that in real life with the, hey, and I'm like, oh man, this movie has so many. I love this movie. It's like.
You, and quite honestly.
It's like the face says it all. Because she's like, what the hell is he doing?
Oh, what I miss?
Policeman just tossed me this knife and asked me to.
Like, what's he doing?
Why is that so funny?
And then they're
You
like,
know, take that out. Yeah.
I don't know. like the villain and like the protagonist had like both an agreement where they're like, what the hell is going on right now? Oh man. I love that movie.
Okay, so I wanted to go over kind of what I thought Yesterday would be better as.
Okay.
Have you seen that movie?
Oh, I've seen that movie. It's a great movie.
It is, but I thought of a way it could go from a very good movie to like one of the best movies.
Okay.
So in the actual movie, it's about like the guy, like is a struggling musician, and then he almost gets hit by a car, and for some reason everyone forgets who the Beatles are, and he gets famous on the Beatles songs. And at the end, it's never really explained what happened. So my idea is to do something kind of different. My idea is start the movie out where the guy is a struggling musician and nobody likes his songs, and he's like, that's it, I quit, like I'm done. Nope, I'm trying to get noticed and nobody will notice my songs. And like he's got support from his friends, but no, it seems that he just can't get noticed by anyone famous, and he's not making it anywhere big. It was like, that's it, I quit, I'm done, I'm just gonna give up. And so what happens is the next day he wakes up, he goes downstairs, gets cereal or whatever, and for some reason nobody remembers who the Beatles are. He's like, what's going on? Is there people making a joke or something? It turns out no one knows who the Beatles are, so he's like, I'm going to capitalize off of this, and I'm going to release the Beatles song since no one knows who they are, oddly enough. And so it kind of would be the same there where he does that, but it's kind of the end of the movie that I think would be interesting. That instead of the ending of the movie that they have the end of the movie be where he gets like a weird letter and from some random person, and is like, okay, well, this person's telling me to meet them somewhere, and he goes there, and it's John Lennon, and John Lennon is like, what's going on? Like, I don't know most of your songs, but I just know one of these songs, and the song was called I Want to Hold Your Hand, and it's a song I wrote when I was really young, but nobody liked it, and so I just gave up. And it's like, what? You're John Lennon. You shouldn't have given up. That's one of the greatest songs of all time. Like, why are you going to give up just because people? Oh, I was about to give up because of that. It's like, keep writing your own. Why don't you keep writing your songs? And then at the end, it would be cool if they had like a Beatles reunion where he'd be like, I'm not going to lie anymore. I didn't write any of the Beatles music. Let me show you who really did. And they get like the Beatles to have a reunion at the end and do a reunion concert. And then it turns out that it was all just a dream that he had, but that he wants to end up writing his own music, and then he's not going to give up.
That's a good idea. It's a really good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Well, I need to go to bed. It's 1 a.m. where I live.
Okay.
Well, before I do go to bed, I'm going to show you one more thing. One of my all-time favorite scenes from a movie. So keep in mind that the white girl you just saw is actually a black guy, a detective, and this guy, Terry Crews, the character, he falls in love with him because as he would say, it's like a white woman with black girl features. It's funny, but yeah, he falls for her, and the guy's trying to like try his best to like repulse him and all that. It's pretty funny. Oh, cut off. Huh. I'll wait for a minute. Yeah, it just became like a general hangout stream. That's funny. Top 100 favorite albums, number 96, Bob Dylan. Well, I don't think he's coming back. Thank you guys for watching this video. This was a long video. It went from being almost a 5-minute video to just being a full hour and a half video. So there's that. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So long.